Oh, hi, I'm Megan Cope Elementary. This is Mr. Gillette, one of the fourth grade teachers. We're going on safari. Can't go to Africa right now because of quarantine, but we'll see what we can find here in the backyard. Completely innocent looking piece of wood. Let's see who's hiding underneath. Okay, let's catch some of these guys and take them inside so we can see them a little bit closer. Okay, piece of cement on a fence post. Let's see who might be hiding under here. We'll collect some more of these different things and take them inside to look and see what else we got. Well, here's the last thing in my yard I haven't really cleaned up. Doing some yard work while we were on quarantine. We'll see what's under this piece of wood. Don't see anything new, more of the same stuff. So we've caught all of these little guys. We'll take some of these things back in the laboratory and we'll take a closer look at them and talk about what they are and what they do. So we've got some harvester ants out here in the backyard. As long as I stay out here, I'm fine. I don't like them in my house, but they don't seem to hurt anything out here. We'll take a couple of those guys inside and take a closer look at them too. So these little guys are pill bugs. That's right, there's a sow bug. These guys are rolling up here are pill bugs, and they are jointed bodies and segmented bodies, but they're not insects. There's some basic differences. These guys are basically more closely related to shrimp and crayfish than they are insects, and they're one of the only crustaceans that lives on land exclusively. Anyways, here's how you can tell these guys apart from bugs. These guys have antennae just like insects. They have a segmented body like insects, but they've got too many legs. They've got 7 pairs of legs instead of, so that means 14 legs instead of 3, and some of them have 2 pairs of antennae. You can only see one of them. And the sow bug right here has a little thing hanging off the back of his posterior, and the pill bug, which these guys right here are scared because I just picked them up, can roll up in a ball. Pill bug, no ball. Excuse me, pill bug can roll up like a ball. Sometimes they're called roly-polies. Sow bug cannot roll up. Other than that, they're pretty closely related. Some people consider them pests, but they don't sting, they don't bite, they don't transmit disease, and they don't cause any problems in your house or your yard, unless you just, for some reason, don't like them. So again, here's a picture. One on the left, the pill bug, one on the right, sow bug. Their colors are very similar. Sow bug's a little bit lighter in color, both kind of gray. The pill bug, though, you can tell his body's a little bit more rounded, and he has the ability to curl up when he's frightened or scared. Now, this little dude right here in the middle with the pincher-looking appendage on his tail is called an earwig. Sometimes people call them pincher bugs, but the common name, true name, is earwig. They also live under, usually under pieces of wood or rock. They are slight decomposers, kind of like our pill bugs and sow bugs we looked at earlier. Some people don't like them because they're kind of scary looking, but they are not harmful. They cannot pinch with those pinchers, at least not people. And these are very commonly found in your garden or outdoors, and there's lots of them in Southern California. Let me look around, see if we can find another one in here. Here's one over here racing around by the sow bug. I had a white one in here somewhere, and it had just molted, so that just means he just shed his exoskeleton, and he won't stay white, he'll get darker. These guys, again, are called earwigs. So there's a picture close-up of our earwig. So here's those carpenter ants. Figured it'd be easier to come out here and take a picture of them at their nest than to try and drag them into the house. They're not very active. It's sunny out, but it's kind of cool. And when it's cool like this, they come out and just kind of hang out around the burrow. When it's warm, they're out motoring around all over the place. If I stir them up, they're more active. But there's about 5 holes here very close to each other. Okay, these little guys are called common millipedes. And let's see if they'll move around for us a little bit. They don't move very fast. It's not a centipede. You'll see one of those in just a minute. Millipede is a little bit different. They're not as venomous. These guys are decomposers, generally found underneath logs and rotting brush. And lots of these in the springtime you'll find in Southern California. But you have to go look for them, either out at night or you have to turn things over. You can see some of his tiny feet down there. If I zoom in a little bit, it's moving really slowly. Usually if you frighten these guys, you pick them up, they have a kind of a stinky odor they put out, and they spit on animals to defend themselves. But they're basically harmless. They can be household pests. We don't seem to have enough of them in Southern California, but other parts of the world, these are sometimes a problem. Again, this is a common millipede. Look at all those tiny legs. There's how you spell millipede. Now this little dude, actually he's pretty big, it's called a centipede. And he gets his name, the word centi, 100, pede, feet. Doesn't exactly have 100 legs. Different species of these have quite a few. But these are common in Southern California. Again, you can find them in San Jacinto, you can find them in Riverside, you can find them out in the desert. Oh, he's going to hide from me. There, took his hiding place away. These are, unlike everything else that I've shown you, these are highly carnivorous. They eat other insects and other small animals, even lizards and mice. Highly venomous. Bites about like a bee sting or a wasp, but you don't want to play with these guys because they do have a bite and a sting. I had 2 of these in the same container last night, and now I just have one that's a little bit fatter. He ate the other one. They are kind of creepy looking, but very interesting. Again, centipede. Here's how you spell centipede. Centi, which means, of course, we know 100, pede means foot. There's our centipede. So that was kind of fun. Quick little tour of some of the stuff found around in your yard if you have some stuff laying around. We found a sow bug that kind of looks like an insect, but it's got too many legs. Pill bug, which looks a lot like a sow bug, but he can roll up into a tight ball when he's scared. The earwig, a little thing with the pinchers on his tail, which is kind of scary looking, but really harmless. Those carpenter ants, I mistakenly called them harvester ants at one point talking earlier, but those are carpenter ants. And then the millipede, that dark cylindrical colored guy with all the joints and the little teeny weeny feet. And then the centipede, that really scary looking thing there at the end. Well, I hope that while we're on quarantine, you're out poking around in your yard, learning something, not just playing, doing some reading, getting a little bit further along in your math, and hope to see you guys soon. Bye-bye.